Hey guys, it's Sneaky, and I would like to just spend a few minutes. I am going to introduce you to a mod that I've been looking at recently. Now, I've got a lot of mods loaded on this, so I am just going to quickly scroll past them and bring you to this mod. It is called 3-TRYK's Multiplayer Uniforms Pack. It's made by a number of different people and contains hundreds of new uniforms, all of which are pretty interesting. So, 3 CD, 3 color desert is included, which is one of my personal favourite uniforms. Now there's a number of different variations, so here we have AOR. I'll just take the vest off so you can see the actual model underneath. Hold on, and get the backpack off too, and get the gun out of the way. As you can see, I'm running a lot of separate mods. Get rid of the pistol too. So, as you can see, there's a number of different variations, so you can have them rolled up. Black tops, different tops. Now there are tons of different content here, lots of different uniform options, AOR2, Marpat, more AOR2. Straight black for those of you that like the SAS look, and I will also show you some SAS patterns that they've got in terms of uniforms, as well as some police patterns. So they've got a lot of different stuff like this. This is one of my personal favourites. And a bunch of other stuff. So more DCU in various different cuts, different tops. I like the hoodies because they've got very nicely detailed hoods, and as you can see, the textures are lovely. Jumpsuits, not overly fussed on these, but might be interesting. Marpat mixed with wood combat. MTP, of course, because we don't have enough of that in the world. And of course, jackets and a bunch of other stuff. So I'm just going to scroll down here and quickly show you some other stuff here. Shirts and jeans are pretty interesting for the special forces slash bad guy look. And there's also, if I can find it, there's snow uniforms, yes. So these would look very good on maps like Namausk and Ural, and are just generally very nice looking. There's also, if I can find them, combat hoodies, which look good, and various Middle Eastern style uniforms for those of you that want to do a bad guy loadout or a Tora Bora style special forces loadout. I particularly like this one with the jeans. I just think it looks good. Now there's also suits, which are very nifty. This mod is not just limited to uniforms. As you can see, there's also Takistan soldiers, which I hadn't actually noticed before. There's so much in this. There's so much to see, and so much to try out for whatever you personally like. But there are also new vests, and there's tons of new vests as well. As you can see, there's these TAC body armors for police loadouts, various different ones. Some look better than others, I'll be honest. These are made by different people, and some of them just don't look great at all, but some of them look very snazzy. This SVD one, especially with the specific SVD pouches, looks quite good in my opinion. FBI ones with shoulders and lots of details like the handcuffs. Marshals, police. You could do a full-on police loadout with this, and it would look very good. So, down past those, we've got more just straight-up bulletproof vests with nothing on them, various carriers in different camouflage schemes, and just a general lot to look at, which is very nice. So I'm going to quickly throw on a plate carrier and this loadout, and move on to the backpacks. There's not so many backpacks available, but there's enough that are interesting. So you've got a number of different tactical backpacks, an Alice pack, which is always a good shout. I quite like Alice packs, sorry. Large camelbacks, kit bags, med bags, and interestingly enough, you can also add the Rangemaster's belt as a backpack. So to show you how this looks, let's try to get just a straight up bulletproof vest like that. You can add a holster at your discretion, which I think is a really nice addition. And tactical kit bags as well, which contain little doodads on them for those of you who like to look nice. Tubes for just your general loadouts. A white camo backpack. And that is the backpacks. Moving on to the headgear. Just going to have to scroll past all of the stuff I've got installed from separate mods. And you will notice that there's a lot of different stuff. So there's different bandanas, headbands. I'll just take off the night vision here. And headgear. So you'll notice that there's boonie hats, a lot of very different boonie hats, and ghillie suits to go on top of it, so you can wear your standard uniform and then a ghillie suit on top of it, which is quite nice. Bowman headsets, and lots of different types of helmet, including bump helmets and even pack-alls and the traditional hat from Afghanistan, and this one which includes a bowman headset. Lots of different types of helmets, more than I would recognise. There's also a wig, which is quite nice, and various wool caps. You'll notice there's other stuff, but that is from other mods. If it does not have TRYK in front of it, it is not from this mod. Moving on to the glasses now. There's a bunch of glasses too. So balaclavas and different types of beards are included, and the beards look quite good. Not perfect, but decent. There's different types as well, different lengths, and they just look quite interesting, add a nice little bit of visual flair. You can also get the various goggles, and of course the ghillie suit can be added in this section as well, so you can really stack a lot of stuff up on top of each other and make something truly interesting. There's also little doodads that you can have hanging off you, so I quite like those. Those just look good. And there's also various headsets, including a set of contacts there. We're getting near the end now. There's a bunch of different balaclavas here again, different bandanas. As you can see, you can really stack stuff up on top of each other. And that is it. So I'm just going to quickly show you some loadouts I had put together. So I'll just try this. Now then, as you can see, the actual first person model of the clothes is quite well detailed, and the textures are really nice. There's no skin problems here, and the stock nearly meshes nicely with the back of the loadout. And everything just looks well, you know. They've done a lot of work to make sure... Oops, sorry. They've done a lot of work to make sure that everything melds very nicely together, which is quite rare for these mods. I also have done this, Spec Ops Woodland, a bit of a Marshals inspired loadout. As you can see, lots of details here, and lots of cool things you can do. This would be really cool to add to your milsim group, and you could mess about and see what you can do. The only issue that I have with some of the uniforms is that the gloves don't quite look right. As you can see, there's a bit of a mess there on the glove, but the stocks latch well onto a lot of the stuff. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. This has been TRYK's Multiply Uniform Pack. You can download this from the Steam Workshop. It's about 500 meg, and I have been the Sneaky Green Man. Thank you for watching.